Everybody, and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for passing by. Thank you so much for subscribing, and thank you very much for watching my videos. You are greatly appreciated. Now, there are several things that needs to be addressed because there are so many things that's taking place in the real world and also on social media, because social media is basically like a channel to the real world or a mirror. So there are so many things that's taking place. So I will try to jam pack everything in one video and address it as I go along. Now I'm going to start off with the debate. I think the debate was well. I think it there, a little bit, it was heated and dramatics involved and stuff like that, especially when it comes to the Peter Bunting versus Dr. Christopher Tufton. And so you will find them clashing, you will find it very heated. Persons need to, before I get into it, persons need to be reminded that everybody's not a great debater, right? And it doesn't mean that you did not get the job done or you are not a good MP or good representation of your portfolio. There are times when you can have things in mind to say, making jottings, and sometimes in the heat of the moment with the adrenaline rush, being prepared for a debate, and that's going to go across the globe. Sometimes you'll get a little bit nervous, a little bit of tingly feeling, and all of that will come into play. It is life. You are a human being, and it does happen. You can also not make jottings because a lot of these questions you might be brief on it. However, you may have something else in mind that, in the spur of the moment, that is, which is completely different from what you actually wrote down. And so it will come off as if you weren't prepared. But oftentimes, like I said, everybody is not a great debater. But these things do happen. I can make a jotting for something that I'm going to say in response to something specifically asked. However, when I get there and something to that nature is being asked, then something else comes to mind. So I deviate from my script or whatever it is that I had in mind, or I preempt, you understand, to say it's something completely different. And so people need to understand this. And it doesn't mean that the MPs do not do their job, whether it be from the Jamaica Labour Party or the People's National Party. It doesn't mean that they're not good MPs or they're not good representatives. It does happen. You're a human being. Like I said, everybody wasn't on the debate team. Everybody's not a great debater. Many persons are not great at public speaking and stuff like that. And it does happen. All right. So let's get into it. I think also TVJ and CVM, I think, because I was watching live from both network, TVJ and CVM. I think all questions are very important, but the panel, they had a little group setting panel or forum prior to the actual debate, and several questions were being asked. Now, might I add, all questions are extremely important, right? Because it caters to the development of the country and what's currently taking place, whether it be from finance, whether it be from commerce, whether it be from technology, whether it be from the health industry, the agricultural industry. And I kind of like, just to stray a little bit, I kind of like how a lot of questions were asked and it was straight across many portfolio and not in one specific. And so, but back to my argument, persons need to understand that all questions will not be addressed accordingly or answer how you would want it. So it's good to have the forum and have many persons who are members of the wider society, public sector, private sector, young entrepreneur, university students. I thought high school students should have been there, or even primary school, because the current prime minister caters to all generation and all age group. So I thought that even a child from a primary school level should have been there on a forum prior to the debate, asking questions just the same, just to show you the advancement of young people and children in a very, very beautiful way. But all questions will not be addressed accordingly or in its entirety, because remember, they are given 45 seconds to respond, 1 minute to answer, and all these type of things. So all of that has to be taken into consideration. Many persons are going to say that it should have been longer to answer and also to rebut, but there will never be enough time. And because there'll never be enough time, they have to put a time limit on it, which is as brief as possible. And remember, it's time made available. It's a network that's going on. They cater to ads and all these type of things. So everything has to be facilitated in the nick of time. I'm not going to I'm not going to address everybody individually. I like Julian Robinson, I like his response. I like the type, even though his tone was a bit aggressive, especially towards Minister Favour Williams. I don't know why he was shouting. She can hear him, and but it's a heated topic and it's a debate, and so he's within his right to go for the oomph and to put a little bit of pep in his step when he's responding, even if it's not true or dishonesty, as they say, or even if what he's saying is not validated through any evidence of what took place in society when it comes to the economy. I like the fact that Julian Robinson, he was stern. I like how everybody, like I said, the questions were asked right across a lot of portfolio, but most of them mainly cater to finance and stuff like that. I'm thinking Favour Williams is not necessarily an outspoken person. She can speak, but she mainly isn't necessarily an outspoken person, I should say. And it's okay. It's okay. Like I said, there are several persons out there who are very intelligent, bright people. They do their work. They know what they're doing. But to come out and give a public speech or even to read something publicly on a platform, it's not necessarily as easy as you think for them. Because according to the world, introverts and extroverts exist, even though I don't believe in the existence of such personality trait. But according to man, it does happen. So I can understand her being a little bit laid back. And I think Favour Williams wanted to jab the specifics. And so she kept repeating it so it can be cemented that we are doing a good work. What we have and what is in our intention is to continue our good work. And what they are suggesting is not as great as how it seems. And that's what she was putting to the public, because it's going to cost, basically. So for each question that were asked, especially when it comes to finance, Favour Williams kept reiterating the same thing. So I think she wanted it to cement in the head of people out there in the public space that we are doing a great job. We are continuing to do a great job. We will continue to do a great job once we're successful in the election. And their suggestion, if you give them a chance, you do not have any choice than to pay more in taxes. The 3.5 million threshold that they're speaking of, which means that you won't pay any income tax if that's your annual earning up to that amount, right? So they're saying that to balance it, you have to increase taxes and stuff, because what Dr. Nigel Clark had put in place, which could have cemented the economy, stabilize it without having to add tax to anything. So when you go to your local hardware, supermarket, haberdashery, where else do people go? Anywhere else that they go to make purchase, and you see the price of goods and services being increased, that's private sector doing their thing. It has nothing to do with government. Okay, so I think that's what a lot of persons miss, and I think they should have made it clear on the debate that it has nothing to do with us. So not because you're paying high dollar for a patty, it doesn't have anything to do with the government, because the government did not put a tax increase on anything. You understand? And I think that should have been pushed also. I do not like how they were catering to whose bank account, who's this. I get it. And I said it before. Had Mark Golding and Peter Bunting had come out and addressed the FinSac and said, listen, a grave error was made at such and such time. Many businesses suffered, many business people suffered, many individuals suffered dearly, and we do apologize. It is never a good moment to know that a person worked hard to build their house, to make a living, to create generational wealth, to create riches for themselves and their family, and to know that this is what took place. So I do apologize. Had they said something like that, had they said some prior to even the election season, had Mark Golding and Peter Bunting said something like that, cementing it from day one, I do not think they would have been here, and every time they keep sticking it, the JLP is continuously sticking it to them. But I guess with the spirit of entitlement and being very pompous as the personality that Peter Bunting pushes, if he isn't, then we could be wrong. But what he seems to be giving off is, I am rich and here I am and I don't care. And you are going to vote for me, you have to support me and stuff like that. And it's turning people off and people do not like it. I did a video and I spoke about a particular MP Hero Clark in Montego Bay, where persons are complaining that they're not seeing him, they're not hearing from him, there's no meeting or anything like that. And the attitude, I could have said a lot more in the video, but I'm gonna keep it, I'm gonna reserve it until the election. I could have said a lot more. The type of attitude, that's the type of energy I'm getting from the minister, Hero Clark, also who is a Jamaica Labour Party MP without portfolio. I'm getting this type of pompous type of attitude, like, you have to vote for me, I'm already a winner, I don't need to come out and campaign. I don't need to see you specifically. I don't need to come and meet with people in the day, find out what's happening, how are they doing, their water, their electricity, the road condition, the this and that. And, you know, I think that's the attitude that, you know, many persons are getting. And so even though, you know, we support the Jamaica Labour Party, we are not Jamaica Labour Party. We are supporters, especially me. I'm a supporter of the Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Michael Holness. So I'm not necessarily a wholehearted supporter of a specific party. I am a supporter of Andrew Holness. And he just happened to be associated with the Jamaica Labour Party. And so I support him entirely. However, MPs across the island who are members of the Jamaica Labour Party need to understand that there are lots of persons out there who aren't particularly associated or aligned or die-hearted to any specific party. However, they respect the Prime Minister, they love the Prime Minister based on the work ethic that he has and what he is putting in place to advance the country and push it to a super first world country. Persons like that, and because they like that, they support Andrew Holness. So with that being said, it doesn't mean that you, the MP, is an automatic winner. People are seeing where the Prime Minister is going above and beyond, trying to campaign, doing his thing, trying to meet with people, trying to hear people out. He stopped by throughout his journey and he will take a mic and he will speak on this and he speak on that and he tell you what the MP is telling him about what's taking place, and he listens to people individually about their woes. That's what the Prime Minister is doing. The main minister is not sitting around in an air condition driving around and, you know, if you see me, you see me, and we don't know who is in the vehicle and stuff like that. That man is literally out, you know. That man is literally out and addressing people. So that's what a lot of persons would like. The respect. That's what a lot of persons would like. And that's why they are speaking out. So moving on from the debate, moving on from addressing MP situation, we see there is a clash going on in entertainment between Chronic Law and Malie, and many persons are saying that they're commending Malie for his bravery. But remember that this guy, when he just started out, he went to clash with Pablo YG, and I always spoke on it, and I said I was very impressed that these are young guys and they were willing to go out there and clash in the spirit of dancehall and stuff like that. Malie did not win. See what I'm telling you? Guys, when it comes to a clash, you cannot be focusing on winning. You have to be focusing on your ability to go out there and push. And see, Malie consistently had music out there coming that people actually like. I mean, yeah, you might not cater for many of the content that's in it, but at the end of the day, he's melodious and he's putting it out. Now we see where he took a job at Chronic Law, and everybody know that Chronic Law is a lyricist. Everybody know that Chronic Law is a lyricist. And for you to come at Chronic Law, you have to come with oomph, you have to come good. And that is what Malie did. Chronic Law responded, Malie responded even so. This is good. This is good. This is good. I like it. I'm not going to lie. I like it. I like the strategy. But here's the thing. I'm believing that there are a lot of persons who do a lot of things and they do not want it to be known in the public. And this could be one Sorry guys, I'm having a moment. This could be one of the main reasons a lot of persons do not clash. A lot of dancehall artists don't clash. They try to avoid clash because they may be involved in a lot of things. They may be associated with certain type of people, and they do not want it to be made public. And so they have to secure themselves or protect themselves and their family. And because of that, they don't clash. This is not a reason for every artist to run with. So I don't want you guys to use it as an excuse to say you're not going to. We're still going to consider you weak, especially if you're in the spotlight all along doing this, saying that like a massacre. And then you're running from clash. Come on, you have to adjust. Massacre, I won't even get it. Guys, move on. Malidan and Chronicler, they are, doing well, and I like it. I like Chronicler. I agree with what Terodan said. I was listening to Terodan review, and Terodan said it doesn't sound like he was responding to Malidan. It sounds as if he just started something. You understand? But Chronicler is doing what Chronicler does, and it's pushing lyrics and punchline. But the thing is that they did not expect it from Malidan like that. I expected it. I expected Malidan to do it. And I do not have a dog in the fight, unfortunately, guys. I'm from Montego Bay. That's number one. And I'm also from the St. Thomas. So I don't have a dog in the fight. I like both artists. I love when an artist is talented, and I love when they're brave. I like when an artist is talented, and I like when they are brave and bold to step into the gauntlet and go for it. And that's what I commend Malidan for. You know who Chronicler is. Whether you guys have personal beef or not, the public know that Chronicler is a lyricist and he has punchline. You understand? So for you to come for me, you know you have to come really good. And that Malidan did. So we'll see. So far, I think I'm going to give it to Malidan. I don't think it takes away from Chronicler if he loses, or I do not think it takes away from him, because it's not like he's going to be less talented or he's going to be less respected or anything like that. You understand me? But Chronicler said something in the video, which is why I said many persons avoid clash, is when he said that he's an informer and this and that, based on the things that Malidan had said in the, you understand me, you can incriminate persons and stuff like that. So, that's one of the things, but I like it. You understand? Moving on. Now, Spice had her son's 18th birthday celebration, and she pulled out 18 gifts, one of which include, I think, is a 2026 X6, BMW X6, and also a house she bought for her son. Many persons are saying, yeah, go mommy, go single mom. They're celebrating. They're proud of Spice doing her thing, spoiling her kids, making them live luxurious, having a great life, and all the good stuff. Many persons are also saying that, no, she should not have done it. She should have allowed them to work for something in life. And also the fact that it's too much at the age of 18 and stuff. Persons are, for and against. Many persons are also looking at Nicholas, who is Spice's son. Many persons are looking at his friends and are saying that his friends look jealous, they look envious. Spice needs to pray for her son. She needs to protect him because those friends are jealous and stuff like that. And because of that, they don't seem happy for him. I'm sorry, guys. They don't seem happy for him, and they're jealous and all of that. But you know me, SS devil advocate, and I walk with a big ass mirror. So I'm going to show you what's hidden in plain sight. All right. So here's the thing. I agree, Spice being a single mother, she is within her right to buy her children anything she wants to buy them for their birthday. She within herself believes that she has worked hard for what she wants as a single mother, also as a single parent, face a lot of scrutiny, I've been ostracized, faced with many setbacks, a lot of adversities and stuff like that. My initial video that I did on my channel, if you go on oldest, you will see it was a video on Spice. You understand? And so I was always a supporter of Spice in dancehall. Not that I agree with all of her behavior, because I've done several videos disagreeing with her behavior. However, that does not mean that I don't support her talent and her craft. So she, being that person and faced with so many setbacks, I knew what she has had been through. I'm sorry. She's within her right to buy her kids whatever it is that she wants. So if she wants to buy 10 house, or she wants to buy 10 BMW X6 for her son. I believe that's her. And a lot of us as mothers, you know, we overdo a lot of things, you know, because we love our kids, especially mothers who love their kids. We are going to see nice things and we automatically picture our daughters in it, because I'm a daughter, mommy. We picture our daughter in it. And if we have a son, we picture a son in it. And sometimes you don't have the resources and you'll be like, I wish I had the money to buy this nice outfit for my daughter, or to take her on a vacation somewhere so that she can enjoy life. You understand me? Or I can buy my son a great gift or something nice for him, or take him somewhere. So when she's living that type of life, that type of mother, living that type, she's going to believe that she should give her son the world or daughter the world. That's just how it's going to be. Yes, you might overdo it, but that's just how it is. I also agree with persons, remember I told her I walk with a mirror. Okay, I also agree with persons saying that she's doing too much and she should allow them to work for what they want in life. Oftentimes when you gift children a whole lot, especially coming up straight into their teenage years, life comes with the difficulties, right? So oftentimes when you gift them a whole lot, it takes a little while for them to be appreciative, if ever. And life comes with the difficulties. It matters not how rich you are, how well you are doing, how successful you are, how much generational wealth you have created. No, I'm talking old money. It doesn't matter. You will have setbacks. You will have difficulties. You will have financial difficulties. And so oftentimes when you give kids and stuff like that, they aren't mentally and emotionally prepared to deal with the setbacks that life comes with, or the financial setbacks that they may face in life. And so I totally agree with persons also who said that she should allow them to work for what they want. Yes, but you can't determine that they should work for a house. If she wants to buy them the house, she can buy them the house. But it's a catch-22. I think it's a catch-22. But you see, she has to allow them to achieve something also. But maybe they have good grades. Maybe they're well behaved. Maybe they're respectful. Maybe they are humble kids. We don't know. Spice knows her children. I don't, you don't. So perhaps she believed that they well deserve it based on their behavior, based on their academic performance and stuff like that. Many persons are saying that she should have waited until they graduated from college, or do this or do that. Yes, she could, but that's just a societal standard. See what I'm saying? That's just a societal standard. What if for her, they're very helpful around the house for her, and because of that, it's enough for her? What if she has fell ill and they're actually there, loving and kind to her, and for her that means the world to her, not for them to actually do well academically? You understand? Every parent is different, and we can't necessarily program, or like I said in another video, there is no more school to parenting or to great parenting. So maybe her children being respectful is just enough for her. Maybe them consoling her when she's down, when she's going through a rough period, or when she's sick, maybe that is enough for her. You understand? And because of that, she believes that she should give them the world. Yes, she should give them the world. So it might be a little bit overdoing it. I remember, and I quoted this in a video many times ago, and I'll say it now. I remember when Rihanna started out, and Rihanna was doing exceptionally well in music, and you know, she was getting these awards, she was performing, everybody was just taking onto Rihanna and loving Rihanna, right? And I remember prior to her starting out her Fenty lingerie and cosmetics, Grace Jones, that's the singer Grace Jones, did an interview, and Grace Jones said that Rihanna has accomplished a lot more than what many persons back then did not get while being a singer, who did so much and got nothing. They died broke. Many persons did not live to even enjoy their riches. Many persons did not get it either. And so Rihanna, who has accomplished so much in such a small period of time, she should take a step back, relax a little, and enjoy her accomplishments so that she can understand the importance of wealth, of riches, and hard work. Because oftentimes artists go broke and they wonder where their money went. They are faced with financial setbacks and they wonder where their money went. So Rihanna should take a step back in order to understand herself and to understand her actual accomplishments that she's facing in life. And I think that was a great advice for Rihanna that Grace Jones gave. And I think it's a great advice that Spice should take also. especially when it comes to her children. You know, like I said, you will face with difficulties and setbacks in life, and when you allow them to achieve certain things, it gives them time to appreciate it and be grateful for what they have got. I think Spice is very calculating. I think Spice, you know, those kids can never be right in the future. Should they come out and say, oh, my mommy did this, Spice did this to me some time ago. Guys, I have a speech problem. Spice did this to me some time ago and stuff like that. They're just not going to get right, because the whole world is going to remind you that your mother bought you a house. 90% of people in the world, parents did not buy them a house. They buy themselves a house and the kids live there, but their parents did not buy them a house. You understand? So those kids are not going to get right at any point in the future. And it's just a beautiful thing. You know, I think that a lot of us as parents, we wish that we could afford the best for our kids, provide them with the best. But you know, sometimes it's a good thing, because there are a lot of children out there who are very ungrateful. They would never appreciate it. And so oftentimes the universe have a way of not allowing you to be very rich and very successful in your endeavor, especially when you're a parent, because, you know, bringing forth a child that is very ungrateful sometimes is not something every parent can fathom. Another part of the argument is where they're saying that the kids are jealous and they're evil and spicy to pray for children and protect them. All parents need to pray for their children. And if that's providing that you're a religious person. And if you're not, you can speak to your children and caution them about the friends that they keep, the company, the group that they associated with, the peer group that is, and stuff. But I do not agree with persons saying that the kids are evil and they're this and they're that and stuff like that. Even though there's a Jamaican folklore that, a Jamaican saying or folklore that, you know, if a fowl is going to be big, you see it from them foot. Means that anything that's in a person, it's usually in them since childhood. But I totally disagree, because circumstances make people who they are. But let me go right back to this particular subject matter. Every child wants to feel loved, they want to feel appreciated, and wants to feel involved and connected, right? And him getting so much gifts on his 18th birthday is a beautiful thing for Nicholas. But not every children have a parent like Spice. Not every children have a parent that's going to believe that they're going to gift them, or they're going to be this type of individual in their life that's going to shower them with a lot of gifts and stuff like that. So it's natural for children to feel down, to feel jealous. It's natural for you to feel jealous. They are human beings. They breathe, they live, they bleed. They are going to feel jealous. It's a natural human reaction. It doesn't mean that they're going to take a knife and cut off his head. It doesn't mean that. They can feel left out. It's just like having a birthday party and the birthday girl or the birthday boy is getting everything, as in this case, and the other children are not getting anything. They're going to feel left out. That's how kids are. They want to feel loved and appreciated, and they love every attention. So that's just how it is. There's nothing wrong with that moment. You understand? It's just that the parents probably need to caution them and let them know that mommy and daddy don't necessarily have it like Spice. And it's your duty to appreciate what small effort your parents make, providing that they're in your life and they're already taking care of you. You understand? That's just how it is. It's for you to guide your kids and let them know that everything that this child have, you won't necessarily get it, because mommy and daddy don't really have it like that. But it doesn't mean that they don't love you. You understand? So it's natural for kids to feel left out and stuff like that. But the good thing is that they're there to share a great moment with Nicholas. You understand? So cake is there, food is there, they can participate in it. I'm sure Spice have little giveaways. She's known to gift people. You understand? She's known to, this is Spice. She's known to gift people. And so I'm sure that there's something in it for them to take home or to eat or to enjoy, you know, listen music, having fun with his friends and stuff like that. So I think that you guys are just reading a little bit too much into the situation. You need to understand that the glass isn't always half empty. Sometimes the glass is half full, and you don't always need to look at things with a bad eye and assume that it is something negative or it is something bad, or, you know. For example, there are two best friends. One just lost her mother while the other just got engaged. How do you process that? Are you going to say the other one who lost her mother is bad mind, evil, and envious and jealous because she can't celebrate her friend getting engaged? There's no way you can tell a person how to think, how to process a situation like that. They are mourning the loss of their mother that they will never see again. The person who is engaged just have to understand that. And the person who is mourning just have to understand that the person who is engaged, that's one of the happiest moments in a girl's life. She has met the love of her life and the guy has proposed to her. That is a very happy moment for her. So the person who is mourning just have to understand, that is her moment. Yes, it doesn't mean that the person is evil and envious because they're there and they're jealous of you and stuff like that. You need to understand, and I think a lot of Jamaican people have this tendency to put bad mind and put evil and all these type of connotations on people simply because they're having a moment and the person is not over enthused about it and stuff like that. You have your life and other persons have theirs. You can't be putting that on children either. You understand me? A lot of you have evil eyes out there and you believe that you're owed celebration, you're owed something. And so you traverse the earth believing that and having that type of mentality. And you turn around and you put it on innocent children. I do not like it. I don't like when people are saying that the child is evil, those boys are evil and they're bad mind and they're this and they're that. Things that people are saying about the kids are not nice because you don't know them, you don't know anything about them, you don't know what's happening or anything like that. And for you to just automatically come out and be saying this type of things is putting a bad energy on kids. You understand? And I think you guys need to stop it. I think you guys need to stop and desist from doing it because you walk around and you do it also in your community to other kids. You go to school, you have the same mentality towards other people's children and stuff like that. You guys need to stop it. Certain type of mentality, old archaic behavior that is negative, you guys need to let go of it and understand that there's a wide world out there and everybody will not be over enthused about a particular situation, but it doesn't mean that they're not happy for you. You understand me? What if those guys are hungry and they will want to eat something? You understand me? It's a party that they're coming at and a celebration. They probably want some food, they want to play music and stuff like that. And Spice just interrupt their little moment. You understand? You know, teenagers are very selfish and for themselves. So it could be something like that. They were probably playing a game, they were probably doing something. And Spice came out with all her gifts and trinkets and stuff. I mean, like, I'm just assuming something, guys, but because I know how teenagers function, you know, it doesn't matter, you could be giving them the world, you understand me? To them, I was playing Grand Theft Auto. You understand me? I was playing Grand Theft Auto. So that could very well be the case, you understand me? Or it could be just that they want to go out, they want to have some good time and stuff like that. And, you know, Spice came with her camera and everything. So guys, just relax. Like I said, the glass isn't always half empty. Sometimes it's half full. Okay? But that's all I have to say about it. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your day. God bless you. Bye-bye.